Hello, I'm Reverend Chris Agyekum of REV.CHRISTIAN Tower Ministry. Today, I want to share with you a very brief message, a message that will bless your life, a message that will transform you. And what I want to share with you is that how to control the world system. That is, as a Christian, how are you able to control, or how are you able to make impacts in this world system? We discovered that many Christians think that the world system is evil. Why? Because it has created a lot of people who have become liars. Some have joined occultism. Some are using juju in order to control their environment, in order to push their business, in order to become rich. So it's like, if you are not a cheat, a fraudster, many Christians believe that then there's no way you can become rich. But in another sense, the world system has also created very smart people. There are people who are very smart, intelligent, and they are taking advantage of the opportunity at hand, and they are making it big. They are making it big. And one thing you have to realize that as a believer, you live in the body. You are a spirit, but you live in the body. As a Christian, you have to understand that the world is not evil as you think. Though there might be evil in the world, but it doesn't mean that it is evil. You have been created to be in this world to make impacts. You have been destined to make serious impacts. And the reason why many believers are not making it is because it's like we are only known to use our spirit to communicate God, our spirit to be guided by God, but we have not been using our mind a lot. Our minds in the realm of the spirit is very, very important. So when you look at Ephesians, the Bible talks about God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask and think. So thinking is also as important as praying. And even thinking is a form of prayer. You know what I'm saying? And you have to go to understand that when you look at 1 John chapter 5, it's talking about whosoever is born of God overcoming the world. And this is the victory that overcoming the world, even our faith. Now, you must understand something, that the world over there has to do with the system. The system, when you look at it critically, it has been designed not to favor us as believers. Many believers are struggling to live right. They are struggling to live holy because of the kind of system that we are in, especially in Africa and in some part of this world. And I want you to understand, as a believer, you have been destined to be an overcomer. You have been destined to control this system because you are the light of the world. The Bible said, a light, it said, let thy light shine before men so that they may see the glorious, they may see the character in you. They may see the lifestyle of Christ in you. So this shows that every believer, wherever you find yourself, you got to shine. You got to make impact. So I want you to understand, wherever you are, that it is possible as a believer to control your system. It's very, very possible. When you look at Joseph. Joseph was in the time where dreams and interpretation of dreams were very important. Joseph was in the time where sorcerers, witches, were reigning in the system. So anytime a king wants to understand something, will invite sorcerers, will invite witches to come and do the interpretation. That was the era, that was the system that Joseph found himself whilst he was in Egypt. But thanks be to God that God endowed Joseph with the gift of interpretation of dreams, with the gift. And whilst he was in prison, look at what happened. Joseph interpreted a dream, and to cut the long story short, he came out. And when he came out, he interpreted the dream of Pharaoh. And he said to Pharaoh that with this dream, God has revealed to you that a 7 years famine is coming, and 7 years bountiful of harvest of crop is coming. But if you will look for somebody who is discreet and wise, what was Joseph doing? He was advertising himself. He was advertising himself that if you look for a man who is discreet and wise, such a person will be able to what? To help manage the system of hunger and famine that is coming. So Pharaoh said, there is no one like you, Joseph. There's no one. In all Egypt, there's no one discreet and wise like you. So from today, I'm the only one who will be higher than you. You are going to be the prime minister, and you will help us manage the bad system that is about to come. And anytime, you have to go to understand, system are run by men. There are people, that's why we have, in the world, we have economics, people who read and find how the system is and able to set structures that will help manage a particular system. So you got to understand, my brother, my sister, as a believer, the system that we have today, though sometimes doesn't favor our faith, doesn't favor our beliefs, but the system is not bad by itself. We can still penetrate, we can still make it whilst we are in this system. So I want you to understand, my brother, my sister, never be discouraged. Stand firm. And please follow this teaching. I'm going to do the second part of this teaching. Follow it, and your life will never be the same. God bless you.